Vergil. Half man, half devil, complete motivation. The son of Sparta, wielder of the dimension-cutting sword Yamato, and self-stabbing enthusiast?
Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness.
Welcome to My Wife is DMC. I'm DMV, and you're watching Husbando Homebrew, a show where we take pop culture to pen and paper. So what have we got here today? In this special edition of Husbando Homebrew, we'll be looking over a fighter subclass based on the literal edgiest character in the franchise, Vergil. Unlike Dante and the two Nero episodes, Vergil has no such special sub-races and will instead be identical to the Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man's race and sub-race. So let's satiate your need for power and get motivated with this homebrew fighter archetype, the Dark Slayer. This archetype is meant to round out the sons and grandson of Sparta, as my attempt to emulate the flashy-slashy style of Vergil. In terms of format, you'll find that it's patterned similarly to Dante's Battlemaster-esque style move mechanic. So at third level, we have Focus. I know, I should have called it concentration like in the games, but that term is a reserved word for a key mechanic in D&D, so I opted for something similar enough. Anyway, Focus has several key properties. First is its resource component called Focus Points, which will be used in several places in this subclass. This resource is equal to your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier, which means it scales according to your motivation. Much like most fighter stuff, you regain all expended uses on a short or long rest, because even your insatiable lust for power needs to take a seat every now and then. Next is Focused Concentration. See, I still use the game term. This one is a mode that you activate as a bonus action, where your first strike in a turn adds extra force damage. This mode also allows you to play a bit into a risk versus reward style of play, as you can regain or lose focus points while in this mode. Next is Focus Strikes. Similar to maneuvers or Dante style moves, this is where you'll be sinking in most of your focus points. Most of these add to your attacks, but some Focus Strikes use a saving throw using your wisdom to set the DC. Unlike the Battlemaster, you don't choose from an exhaustive list. Instead, you get 3 Focus Strikes right off the bat at 3rd level. Starting at 7th level, you choose 2 out of 4 possible options. At 10th level onwards, you have a different set of Focus Strikes to choose from, or you can choose a different option that you didn't take at earlier levels. Alternatively, you can also replace an existing Focus Strike with another. Let's look at the 3rd level Focus Strikes that you can choose from. Judgment Cut. This one emulates Vergil's Yamato moveset, which you can use after taking the attack action. It's a small area of effect that involves a dex save from the targets involved, or they take 2d6 slashing damage. Now, if you're in Focused Concentration, that bumps up to 2d8. You'll find that most Focus Strikes have an upgrade effect to them while you're in Focused Concentration, which incentivizes you to keep yourself motivated. Next is Charge Strike, which is my attempt at emulating the Beowulf moveset. Here, you can amplify your unarmed strike and deal additional force damage. You can further amplify this according to the additional focus points you're willing to spend. Last is Trick, which gives you a short-range Misty Step at the cost of a focus point. Have I mentioned that this archetype is front-loaded? Cause it is. The last feature you get at 3rd level is the Mirage Blades, which is a special range attack that deals force damage. Think of it like an edgier Radiant Sunbolt from the Sunsoul Monk. Let's look at further levels. At 7th level, you become proficient in Insight or Perception. Not that Vergil's shown any inclination towards either skill, considering he never paid child support. Though I suppose there was that one time he killed an old man posing as a clown. In any case, I figured it's a nice ribbon ability to round out your skill sets outside of combat. At 7th level, you also get to choose 2 new Focus Strikes. The Focus Strikes make up most of the succeeding features for this archetype, so I won't go into detail here. But do make sure to check out the Ko-Fi link in the description and watch out for future shorts I'll be releasing that details these Focus Strikes. At 10th level, you get Calm Focus. You regain 1 expended focus point when you use your second wind feature. Cause why stop being motivated when you can give yourself more power? You also get all kinds of cool focus strikes at this level as well, or take a focus strike from the 7th level options. We're getting up in power, but Vergil wouldn't stop here. At 15th level, you get Motivated Focus, which allows you to increase your dex or whiz saves by spending focus points. 15th level is also the last stop for choosing your repertoire of focus strikes, meaning the heaviest hitting stuff are all here. Finally, at 18th level, you get so motivated you make 2 of yourself just to get all the power you want. At 18th level, you get Doppelganger. While in focused concentration, you can create an equally motivated clone of yourself that can attack and use focus strikes like you do because you're so damn motivated. So, how do you find the Darkslayer archetype? I would love to know how you tweak or rebalance it in the comments below, and I might use your critique to update the document. Speaking of which, remember to check the Ko-Fi link to download the updated handbook. If this is the kind of stuff you're into, would love to see your support by liking and subscribing, and even sending this to your dad. You can also find this in the usual social places for related content. As always, thank you for being here and I appreciate you for making it to the end. This has been My Wife is DMC. I'm DMV, and I'll see you in the next Husbando Homebrew.